find a mentor and latch onto them, especially if they're willing to be your mentor. For the longest time, I had no idea what I was doing, and I finally found somebody that shoots with the same equipment I do, and his name is Carlos, and he's absolutely wonderful. He answers all of my ridiculous questions. He doesn't shoot a lot of weddings, but he is just so knowledgeable, and he's so passionate about what he does that it's nice to like have a moment of self-doubt and be able to, lean on somebody for that. So definitely get a mentor and follow what you love. Don't follow what the industry is telling you to do. Especially, like I said, everybody can get a camera, everybody can edit. There's so many like trending things going on nowadays. And I want to be different. I want to be like, follow your heart, as silly as that sounds, but follow what you love.
I think the most important thing is to understand why pricing yourself is an important deal. Like, a lot of times photographers talk about pricing in terms of morality. Like, you can't overcharge because of this, or you can't undercharge because of that. But they kind of miss the point that if you're undercharging, that means you're not able to support your lifestyle, which means that you have to get a second job, which means that your clients are going to suffer because they're not your main priority, and it means that you're going to burn out. And that's the thing that a lot of photographers, when they're getting started, that's what they miss, is they don't take a realistic look at their actual expenses. There's so many softwares, so many programs, so many things that we have to pay for that's not just a one-time thing, and insurances and things like that. And so they're so focused on being good people that they do that to the detriment of their own ability to perform a service. And so being realistic, looking at your pricing, seeing how much it will actually take for you to put food on your table or get childcare for your kids or whatever that is, in the long term, that'll help your ability to be in this for longer, rather than burning out and saying, oh, I'm a failure because I needed to get a second job. That's not a failure. That's just you good personed yourself to death. So be realistic. Find a price that works for your life and for your clients.
This is like a big one. Never edit unless, I'm gonna stick with my rule. Never edit one image over an hour. Like, doesn't matter. You're on a deadline, like you gotta, nope. An hour, you have to step away. I close the file out, and I don't look at it for, if I had my preference, it'd be several days, but generally it's like, I gotta get it done. So, because what happens is you end up over editing or under editing because your eyes are tired. So you want to have balance, when you're editing. Because I used to, there'd be time, I can remember spending like 4 hours on one photo because there's so many different things you can do. So, but yeah, that's like a big rule it's a very big rule, and it's very important.
The advice I would have for any photographers or drone pilots who are looking to get into the industry would be to just create. A lot of people tend to focus on having the latest and greatest, and yeah, of course we all want the latest and greatest gear and equipment, but I've seen a lot of people get sidelined and sidetracked because they have this perception that they need, a $20,000 drone or a $50,000 drone or a $10,000 drone, when they can have a, $1,500 drone and still create things and make magic. So my advice would be to just create, get with your friends, use what you have, and, you'll develop your skills, and as you develop your skills, you'll earn some more money, and you can get that gear that you eventually want.
It's an interesting time in the market space. Like, the cost of digital photography has come down, so it's certainly a lot more open to different faces. I think it comes down to experimentation, right? Like, define your own style, find your own niche. There are guys who are in the business now, like a Joey Owl, who started off as a 16-year-old kid, and he's now, guy's got to be close to 30 at this point. And that kid made his business by doing these really cool composite images and really weird toning HDR stuff. And so I think that's sort of where you've got to be to stand out in this business. You've got to find your own niche and work hard at that niche.